If you're still stuck at the same rank, whatever you've been doing isn't working. If you want to climb ranks before 2025, you need to start thinking differently. Endless hours of grinding isn't going to work. Playing free play all day isn't going to work. What you need is a real plan. In this video, I'm giving you 7 ways to completely change your game and rank up faster than ever. Whether you're stuck in gold, diamond, or even champ, these strategies are designed to work at every level because I created this strategy. And if you're wondering, Dice, who are you and why should we even listen to you? Well, for one, I'm a high SSL player, and for two, I got really high ranked with little hours, which means I'm getting there in the most efficient way possible. I was one of the first 100 people to get SSL in Rocket League this season, and I was one of the first 100 people to get SSL rewards. So I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, but I definitely know a thing or two when it comes to how to rank up, how to get the highest rank, what mechanics to practice, and everything relating to game sense. Let's get into it. Number 1, focusing on one skill at a time. The first thing that will speed up your rank progression is focusing on one skill at a time. Too many players try to improve every single aspect of their game all at once, and this doesn't work because it overwhelms you. Pick one area you know you're weak in, whether that's aerial control, 50-50 challenges, or rotation, and make it your mission to master that skill. Why? Because when you isolate one thing, it's much easier to target and practice this more effectively, and you'll see way faster improvements. For example, if you just spend a week, just 1 week, grinding aerial control and training packs, or just thinking about aerial specifically when you go into free play, and then you take it into matches and you track your progress, I can promise you that you will see the difference immediately. You'll tell as soon as you get into that rank game that you're better, and it's just the best way to practice in my experience. Number 2, prioritize communication. Rocket League is a team game, especially if you're playing 2v2 or 3v3, but if you're not communicating, it makes it a lot more difficult. Now, the caveat is once you get to like Grand Champ 2, Grand Champ 3 SSL, there's kind of the sense of like common understanding, like no one's saying I got it for the kickoff unless you're doing like a Spanish kickoff or a fake. But in lower ranks, I do think it's important to say I got it, even if it's obvious to you that you're going for the ball. I think saying obvious things will make it easier. It will stop double commits. It will stop over committing. Whether you're playing randoms or if you're on, a duo queue team, calling out plays, rotations, and simple things, it actually does make a huge difference. And if you have voice chat, I would use it. But even if you don't have voice chat, quick chats really do make a huge difference. Number 3, watch your own replays. This might sound boring, but trust me, it's one of the most effective ways to improve and rank up, because when you watch your own replays, you can see the biggest mistakes you make in a game that often go unnoticed in the moment because you're caught up in the play. Set aside maybe 10-15 minutes after a few games to review your replays. Focus on your positioning, rotations, and really importantly, the way you're positioned in someone else's POV. Like go from your teammate's POV and see what they see, so you kind of understand what you look like to someone else. Where was I during this play? Could I have rotated back sooner? Was that challenge necessary? And you'll start to spot really bad habits that you didn't even realize you had. And then once you fix them, you'll start ranking up way faster because you're not making these same mistakes. Number 4, get out of your comfort zone. Comfort zones are what I like to call rank killers. And if you only stick to what you're comfortable with, you'll plateau. You need to push yourself into situations that force you to adapt and learn. And if you're always avoiding aerials because you're not confident, now is the time to go for them in matches, because if you're missing them now, imagine you in the next rank when everyone's going for aerials. For example, in high GC, every ball in the air is going to get challenged immediately, so you need to be comfortable going in the air. And so if you think you're stuck champ because of your teammates, but you can't even fast aerial, it's not your teammates. Try playing game modes that are outside your usual go-to. I would really recommend 1v1s personally. It'll sharpen your decision making, and it will make you way more self-reliant. Push your boundaries and your game sense will evolve with it. Number 5, practice efficiently, not endlessly. Any of you watching this video who maybe know me or you're in my Discord, you know that I never really play the game. I play maybe once a season, and I'm the highest rank all season. So stop thinking you need to grind for hours to see improvement. It's not about how long you practice. It's about how efficient your practice is. Spending 30 minutes in training packs working on a specific skill can often be more effective than hours of playing matches without a clear focus. Make every practice session have a purpose, and if you're working on shooting accuracy, set up drills that force you to hit the ball from different angles and different speeds. If you're working on improving your defense, spend time on drills where you're trying to save the ball, shadow defense. Remember, quality over quantity is what's actually going to make you improve. If you're playing, 16 hours a day, but the quality is really bad and you're just playing like trash, then you're not going to improve. Number 6, learn how to adapt mid-game. This is probably the most difficult one on this list because adapting in Rocket League is very difficult. The higher in ranks you get, sometimes you'll play players that directly counter your playstyle. But one of the biggest differences between high-level players and everyone else is their ability to adapt mid-game. If something isn't working, whether it's your rotation, positioning, challenges, change it. Don't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. Next time you're down 4-0, ask yourself, what isn't working? Maybe you're playing too aggressively and getting caught out of position. Maybe you need to rotate back more. The ability to adjust on the fly is what sets top players apart. And if you don't have the skill of watching your own replays and understanding where you're going wrong, for number 1, I would recommend hiring a higher ranked player to watch replay for you and tell you what you're doing wrong. But number 2, you have to watch replays and understand your mistakes there to be able to understand your mistakes in game. If you aren't even able to see your mistakes when you've taken time aside to watch your own replays, there's no way you can do it on the fly quick enough in the middle of a game. Number 7, build consistency. Flashy plays might look really good, if you're going for a clip, but consistency is what wins games. If you look at 2 different players, one player can do 3 mechanics really consistently, and one player can do 20 mechanics, but he can only do the other 17, 1 out of every 20 tries. The player that's consistent will win every single time. And in my opinion, it's a much better play to be reliable and to have consistent mechanics every single time, whether it's hitting your shots on target, clearing the ball accurately, making clean saves. Consistency beats quote unquote flash every single time. When you focus on making fewer mistakes and being a reliable player, your rank will naturally climb. But those are the 7 ways you can start ranking up before 2025. No shortcuts, there's no secrets. I wish there was. It's just straight up improvement. Focus on these areas and you'll be out of your current rank in no time. If this helped you out, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips to help you level up your game. And real quick, I have a Discord server where you guys can join if you're interested in that. You guys can message me directly. I offer coaching over there, replay analysis. You guys can just message me with whatever you want. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.